here with another episode of Game TeaTime. Excited to have Ricardo back this new year, 2025. It's going to be a great year. Game dev and AI and anything tech-wise. Ricardo, do you have any resolutions for this year?
The biggest ones are kind of on the way already. Trying to be more consistent with the gym and stuff.
Okay.
Getting some results. So
About to
just wanna,
become the next Brazilian Arnold Schwarzenegger bodybuilder?
yeah, sure.
Are you trying to just get fit, or are you trying to get like bulk? Or?
I mainly get fit. Yeah. Well, it's been I went to the gym 4 to 5 times a week the whole of 2024.
Yeah.
Except for like the weeks I was on holiday, so like that minus 3 weeks is good enough.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
Yeah.
As long as you go like
well,
2 or 3 times a week,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
average.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. Just trying to keep the consistency as well, because like we went to France a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh well, you're in France, so everything's butter and delicious. And then we're going to Brazil in 3 weeks, so again we need to not overindulge, at least right now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they have a lot of healthy food, and just save the like sweet foods for maybe one cheat day, or just have like a little bit each day.
Yeah, amount.
Yeah.
And it's because when you're on holiday, you're also not going to the gym usually, so that there's that on top. I think mostly that, and hotel breakfast.
That's true. Is this like your only trip this year, or like you plan to go more throughout the year?
This year, we literally just bought our tickets. We're visiting a friend of mine in Germany in May, end of May.
Okay, because I was gonna say you can splurge, but I guess not, because you're gonna be going on all these trips.
Yeah, so we'll take four days for that.
Okay. You could work out there and go on a run in the beach.
I mean, it's just a weekend, right? Because the 29th, I think, 28th of May is a holiday. Whichever one is the Monday. It's a holiday here. I think it's the 28th.
Yeah.
We're just taking the Friday off and going there for the weekend. Other than that, we're doing our big announcement. We're doing our religious wedding ceremony finally.
Let's go. Where's it gonna be at?
In October here. So we're having people over. So we have like parents coming, and well, they're gonna come all the way to Europe to visit us. But we gotta go out and do something. So we'll probably take them to somewhere.
Wow. Okay.
But it's early October, so it's like the best time of year to travel.
I might have to go. Just end up in London.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll see. Because I'm trying to go to Thailand at the end of October.
Nice.
So go there and then go from there to Thailand.
Would make sense, yeah.
That could work.
Let's do that.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how it unfolds.
But yeah, there's that. I'll probably have to go to Brazil for work again in June, July, maybe August.
Okay.
It will depend on how schedules go. But yeah, there's that. Other than that, I've been trying to also get my Italian citizenship process going, because it's so hard to get a slot. It's like when they open up new slots on Mondays and Wednesdays at 5 p.m. If you try to load the booking website at that time, it just crashes.
That's so annoying. Typical government.
And when you get to load it, they're out of slots, because they use the same website for all the embassies in the whole world.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's like
so if one's
a
down,
bunch of requests.
all of them.
Yeah, it's not ideal. So it takes forever. It's already kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
But I found a guide. Like, people tell you to click 10 seconds before 5 on a wired internet, and then get the because then
that's a crazy
you press book.
Yeah.
They send you a one-time password. You have to go to your email, get that password, put it in, load another page.
What? Why is it so complicated? Is it
People
because it's built so like intense and complicated that they really can't fix it? So they just have all these workarounds.
It's new. It's like 2 years old. They rebuilt the website like 2 years ago.
Okay. Well, I guess it wasn't good enough.
I think that it's that because like they're trying to stop people from spamming and like hiring people and like using bots and stuff. They should just have a queue. You just go in, you say, I want to do it. I have these days. Give me a date as soon as it's my time, right? It's the same issue I'm having with my driver's license here. They're still
Ricardo.
they're still trying to wrap up their backlog from COVID.
Still?
Because it's like 2 or 3 years where they didn't do any tests.
Mm-hmm.
So like those 3 years are kind of like lockdowns fully ended. What 2021, right? 3 years ago.
A long time ago,
years
man.
ago.
That's when we were the prime of the podcast. Doing
Yeah.
like
So yeah.
craziness.
Yeah, I think the issue was that then like the other thing is that it's not just the people who didn't get to take their tests back then that are trying to do it now. It's that during that time they weren't getting any new people to apply the test because like people retired on the meantime, right?
Yeah.
So now they're trying. They literally sent a survey like 2 weeks ago asking if you would be willing to like have a service where you can be notified when there's a new slot or things like that. I mean, there's an app that already did it. It's using the API. They're kind of trying to stop it from working. It works, but they're trying to. And if it was official, I mean, it should just be a queue. You should be able to just say, I want the next available Thursday afternoon, whatever.
It really should be like that. We might have to go and knock on the door and pitch this to them. So we could do it better.
The only reason I opened the survey is that I thought would have like a free, at least one question that would just give you like a text field to, like, give a suggestion, even if they don't read. I wanted to say like make it so it's a queue instead, but no, they didn't. But yeah, in terms of games, so gaming, one crazy thing happened. Like
I was like, damn, we went down that rabbit hole.
So this week I got something I've been meaning to get since 2008.
Ooh, what is it?
A Guitar Hero drum kit.
Okay, I was not expecting that. I was thinking something else. Assassin's Creed, Witcher, something. Guitar Hero? Do you have it with you right now?
I got the drums. Yeah, they're on my living room.
Oh,
I got
goodness.
I found a guy selling in the original box a Guitar Hero World Tour band bundle.
That's pretty awesome,
with
dude.
the game.
Yeah.
Wii. I have a Wii, so like.
Why not? Yeah, you've been
now,
playing it?
Yeah.
Having a good time?
Yeah. Well, the right symbol wasn't working, so I ordered a new one for like $11.
Yeah, that's nothing. But no, dude, I love playing Guitar Hero Rock Band. I always love being either the drums or the guitar or bass.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really care for the audio, the singing part of it. I was always off.
I love singing. Yesterday I was playing. I was playing guitar and singing. Like the few songs I knew the lyrics for. It was so fun. I got to sing. Playing guitar and singing Everlong was amazing. Like it actually works.
Dude, look at that childhood dream. Dude, they need to make more of those. Yeah. Like, they have it in Fortnite now. And actually, it's a lot of fun.
A couple years ago, the CEO of Activision said he wanted to make more Guitar Hero games, but the main issue with making... Because, like, with Fortnite, you can kind of get away with it, because you can play it with your keyboard and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
And, like, there are third parties already making guitars. I mean, there's the new Riffmaster.
Yeah.
And things like that. People say it's not ideal. Like the best ones are still the Wii original Wii guitars.
Really?
Which is great because I have two now.
Here in this house, there's two Guitar Hero, like actual guitars for the Wii, just hanging on the wall, kind of like your guitars back there.
Yeah,
I've never used them, but they're
amazing. Great. And the bright side, like I got this guitar to play on PC.
Dude, you got the black Wii remote? Sick.
Yeah, well, it's not an original Wii remote. It's the cheapest one I found in Poland.
Oh my god!
Crazy, because like I got this way before like the renaissance of like, well, basically before festival, right?
Yeah.
And it works really well. I realized yesterday that the tapping board was a little bit weird, like the orange button stuck. Well, button, the touch here stuck.
Yeah.
So when you get to any sort of tapping solos, you cannot pass because it's
Doesn't
stuck in
work.
there.
Yeah.
I just disable the functionality. But I realized it was actually the Wii remote. Like I just took it out, plugged it back in,
Oh, and now it works?
and it worked. But I
Nice.
disabled it anyway because I don't like it.
Yeah, I've never used the bottom part like that.
Like the idea is for you to like do this,
Yeah.
solo. But no,
Yeah, exactly.
you
What the
tap
heck
the
is-
button like that. How you tap?
Exact. See?
Like I
Dude.
like the Rock Band ones that have extra buttons
Mhm.
lower in the neck.
No, I agree.
But then you can solo in here. It's good to tap as well because then you tap like this. It feels more natural than this, especially for like getting to advanced techniques. You can't. And there are some techniques where you tap. You use both hands to tap like the same keys.
But how do you do
If
that
you
without
want to do
strumming?
like, so just on hammer-ons and stuff. So you would go in sections where you have, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 really fast. You go like this.
Oh,
You can
okay.
do super fast, but if you can end up like getting your fingers all on the way. But if you got to do it here with the Rock Band thing, I think it's probably easier. I don't know. I haven't done it,
That's
but
pretty
it's
cool.
supposed to be.
So you actually like guitar? Because like I know some people who play guitar don't like Guitar Hero. They say it's not music. It's not good.
No, I mean it's not fun, but like if I wanted to do something serious, I wouldn't play video games as well, right?
That's also true. You make a good
I'm
point.
doing it to have fun.
Yeah. See, some people have a
Like
problem with having
singing and
fun.
drums, like singing, drums, and keyboards. You can actually learn all three by playing the game too.
Really? You
Like,
think
and
so?
I think drumming especially,
Yeah. Okay.
singing as well. Singing is you can practice really well. Of course, if you're playing, you have to lower the difficulty because like it's very hard to play the guitar, especially if you don't know the lyrics. When you know the lyrics, it's a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Like I got to like Crazy Train, I could do in a higher difficulty, but like I tried Santeria.
Yeah. How'd that
Who
go?
knows the lyrics to Santeria?
I don't. I'll tell you that.
Or like Hotel California.
Okay, that's a good one.
Like it's good, but like the strumming is complex.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like an arpeggio, and the lyrics are complex as well, like deep and
There's a
stuff.
lot
and
of
it's
complexity
like,
here.
who knows the lyrics?
I don't know, but there's
Hotel
probably someone
California.
out there 100% with the singing and guitar at the same time.
Yeah, no, of course.
With their eyes like closed.
On expert.
Yeah, with their eyes
on expert.
closed. I don't understand that when people learn like the cues, the sounds, every little thing, and then they blindfold themselves and still win because they know what's gonna happen with the sounds.
Oh yeah, that one is. I mean, it's interesting. With Guitar Hero, it's always the same, or any like rhythm game.
Yeah,
It's harder when it's like not always the same.
yeah, like a fighting
There-
game. No, I've seen it. I've seen where people
Yeah.
like master the attacks. They know what they're gonna do based
Yeah.
off the sound.
No,
I'm like,
fighting
how?
games is insane.
How, bro?
It's insane.
What?
It's like with something like Monster Hunter or something like that. Okay,
Yeah.
like you can kind of get the cues, you know where you are. But no.
You excited for the new Monster Hunter coming out?
I tried to play like the latest one on PC.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Not for me. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This buddy keeps showing me trailers of the new one. It looks cool, but I don't know. It looks like too much for me. Like it's gonna be too much of a
I mean,
grind fest.
yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't look as fun as I would want it to be. I don't know. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 looks good. New Civilization.
Yeah,
looks
it's coming
good.
out in 2 days.
Yeah.
I gotta
Oh,
I gotta
2
finish
days?
the first one. Yeah,
Oh.
it's coming out on Tuesday right now.
All right. So you're getting it, or are you gonna wait till you finish the first one?
I need to finish the first one. I have so much. I haven't finished Red Dead Redemption yet.
That one takes a long time. You don't have to rush it. Like, take your time.
Yeah, but I haven't played it. Like I haven't opened the game this year.
What?
I'm
What
like
have you been
setting up my
doing?
Wii and stuff, playing Guitar Hero.
Wow.
and
So you haven't
other
touched
stuff.
any Red Dead 2 since last year?
No. No. Yeah.
Wow. Your catalog's going to keep growing and growing and growing.
Yeah, then get me started. Like
Yeah.
just looking at my I mean I uninstalled everything I had on Steam outside of games I was actually playing.
Yeah. That's
But
probably
like
smart.
I'm not gonna replay Dark Souls 2, right?
Yeah, you've probably beaten it like 2-3 times now.
Yeah, only once.
Oh, once, yeah.
I did. I was actually looking to get I think I did get Lies of P.
I heard
It
that
was
game
on
was
sale.
amazing. Like, it's an
Yeah, it was
uncut
on
gem.
sale.
It's like one
Yeah.
of those things where it's like nobody talks about it as much, but it's actually better than most of the Dark Souls. Just doesn't get the
Yeah.
recognition it deserves.
And there's like two other games that I have on my Wii U that I really need to play.
Your Wii U?
So yeah, I
What
have a
games are
Wii U.
those? Star Wars Attack of
Assassin's
the
Creed
Clones?
3 and no, Assassin's Creed 3 and
Three's on
Black
the Wii
Flag.
U?
They're on the Wii U, yeah.
No, you're lying.
They're on the Wii U, yeah.
You're really
Me
gonna
and
play that on the
Spider-Man
Wii U,
2 just came out for
bro?
PC.
That's cool. That's awesome. You really have to play that. But
Yeah,
I feel like the
I'll
graphics.
just put it on my wish list. The Wii U like has pretty good graphics. Like it
All right, I'll take your word on it.
works.
Okay. She. But yeah, so your New Year's resolution was to get more organized, you said, or like be more consistent.
Yeah, just keep the consistency going.
Yeah.
Like
So mine's
I
be
think
more.
it's quite straightforward.
Yeah, mine's be more balanced. You know, don't do too much. Make sure I get enough things done each day. Cause I'm working on that one game, the mixed reality game. Plus, like my
Yeah, that
masters.
looks so cool.
Yeah, dude, it's so like we started it last August. I mean, well, technically, the three founders, Mason, Chris, and Nico, have been working on it for like I think 2 years, starting with the business and then eventually making the game. And so like the skeleton's there. So we came in and like
Hmm.
the UI was trash, weapons were trash, like everything was just so bad. But like it was there. So I went in and upgraded the weapons. We got some asset packs, upgraded the sounds. We have a guy who does music, upgraded the environment sounds. Someone went in and made the teleporters or the portals where they come out. And then yeah, it's kind of like zombies. So like you know, you put on the headset and whatever room you're in, any doors or windows become portals, and they just come in and you shoot them all. And then we have a mystery box, and you upgrade your weapons and like
Nice.
yeah. And we're loving it, dude. It's coming along. I just added like
Must be
infinite.
so fun to make as well.
Yeah, I added infinite ammo and double XP. Maybe you could join us. I know that they need some help at some point. So if you're ever
So
up
I'm
for
in
it,
I'm in a point in my life where I need less things to do.
yeah, that's the exact balance. We
more.
need balance.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm working on this. It feels good after like years of doing the game dev podcast, like work for a company, because they want to go long term. They want to make this game successful and then turn it into an actual
Awesome.
business, a studio. So I'm excited. I'm loving it, and it's cool because it's Unity and C# with Fusion
Yeah.
networking. Which my buddy Mason knows more about, and yeah, and we're doing it like a typical like software engineering
Mhm.
team. We're using sprints, and we
Yeah.
choose tasks and work on it each
Nice.
week. And at first, I was trying to just like I was like I could do everything. I could do all this and that. And I was like, okay, I can't. I need to relax. I need to like have balance and make sure I don't say
Yeah.
I could do everything and then end up doing nothing. So like yeah.
Yeah.
So this year I'm like I'm chilling. Give me some smaller stuff. I got and I've been able to get them out pretty quick. So it's been exciting. Like the pickups was cool.
It
Trying to get
feels
like
good.
zombies.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
It feels so much like when you start your career, like you learn a lot of concepts and stuff in university and like when you're doing courses and when you actually go in there and do something real. It's so much different. Like
Is so much
feels
different.
so much better. It feels like you're actually doing something.
It does, and I'm loving it. And then like for my software engineering jobs I'm trying to get, I've had 2 interviews, gone through the whole process. One was no programming. It was just like talking. They even asked me to do some programming, but just talk it out. And I was like, okay. That one was my first one ever, so I was kind of like nervous. And I think I did okay. And I didn't get the job. And the second one, it was easier, and it was like you shared your code, so it was like Visual Studio Online. And I thought I did pretty good. They did some SQL stuff. I haven't touched SQL in a while. So I was like, ooh. But I came back to me. I just don't know if it was completely right. And then Angular stuff. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like, if all junior technical interviews are like that, they're kind of easy. Like, for the most part. But I hear it now like that. Some of them are like leak code where it's like you need to know a certain data structure and a certain like algorithm, and then put it all together. And so I was studying that, and it's
Yeah,
like there's a lot to it.
I don't like the way hiring processes work for most companies. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, I it's hard to do it without giving someone a task, especially because like you have to see what they're doing.
yeah,
But I think like seeing how they approach the challenge is better. So I think your first one was like I think a better format where you just like talk through what you would do and like because you can't see if someone's done it for real.
yeah.
Um,
Like the
I
one
mean
one of them I
nowadays,
did was just a for each loop and then print out
yeah.
like each line from the array. And I was like, that's so easy. It's almost like, did you really test anything for me? Like, did that really help you understand if I'm good or not? Like, I don't know. It would just seem basic. I guess it's just like, do I know how to do a loop? I know how to
And
call
you
for
know
a
how
loop.
to do the basics. You know how
Yeah,
to like how do you name your variables,
yeah.
things
But I
like
didn't
that. I
even do
think
that.
that's important. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so easy. I was like, this is too easy. But then I think I kind of like made myself do a little bad for the second one because I was confused. The way I've seen it was code I've never seen it before. And I was like, this is weird. And I'm assuming because it's weird like this, I don't have to specify if it's a different fruit from the array. I could just call the inherited array and then call from that. But I don't know. They didn't tell me what I got right or wrong. It was just like, okay, next one. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
It was cool
And like
because this one you can like look up stuff online because they even did that with my SQL one because I was like close, but it wasn't completely right. No, you can look it up. So I looked it up and I put what I found, and they were like, "Cool, next one." I was like, "All right." I was like, "All
yeah,
right."
I think like a lot of older interviews, people were trying to uh, like see if you knew everything. Like you don't need to know everything. Like it's
No.
especially now. Like you know you need to know how to write secure code and to make like test the code. It's like nowadays you could in theory just give it to an AI
Yeah, I've
and
heard
then
that.
like look at it, make sure it's like it works and it's secure, and then like that's a lot of what a lot of people are doing.
Yeah,
Like and that's one big issue I think a lot of companies had as soon as like ChatGPT came into the picture. Like they didn't let their devs use any sort of AI, but they were using it, leaking company data because they had to do it on their personal machines, and then like all of that, right?
yeah,
So
that makes sense to me. I understand that, but I think if you can make like an internal LLM, you can use that to help you out
yeah,
because some of them
yeah,
have
it
that.
doesn't have to be like your own. Like there are a lot of companies that just like give you their own like
Hmm.
LLMs
Yeah.
without any like access to the internet, right?
Hmm.
Or so it just has the old context or like updates, but like your inputs don't go back to their server. But that's more than enough. Like a lot of companies are using that. Uh, Talk to a lot of customers of mine that like have something along those lines. You have Copilot. A lot of companies are using
Dude,
Copilot.
it's so good. Like when
It's like,
I'm
yeah,
typing out code and
just
then
in
it
there.
just finishes it and then finishes not just one line but like the next two and I'm like this just makes me so lazy. Like why am I even learning when I
Yeah,
could just do
I
that?
was back in my day.
Back in my day, we wrote it all out. Now it just does it for me. Yeah, and then
I
one of
mean,
my friends, he was like against AI. He's like, it's never gonna be in the workforce. This isn't that. He told me like a week ago. He's like, yo, my boss just told me to like buy ChatGPT and he'll pay it for me so I can use it for work. And I was like, bro, I told you. At some point they're gonna start doing it.
yeah, I was talking to my friend's brother like three-ish weeks ago.
Yeah,
He works for a law firm like that specializes in like M&As and stuff.
yeah,
And like he was talking like he wasn't that into AI at the beginning, but like now he's all in because like he just asks like their AI, like their internal AI, to check the documents and like print out Excel files, like just reads a bunch of PDFs, like checks if like insurance policies are like valid,
yeah.
things like that. It's like dumb, like it's dumb work, but like if you're gonna do it, it's like 3 hours just reading a bunch of PDFs.
Right, and then you can just get the AI to do it in like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Why not do that? Then you can get on to better work or have more time to do other things.
exactly.
I I get
I
it.
mean, there's a
Why
lot.
people are against it, but like productivity goes up. Just find
Yeah,
a way to
exactly.
prevent like company secrets from getting out in code, and then you're good to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. I think that's a big that and ensuring the code is secure because still like half of the code that's produced is not secure.
Yeah, it's definitely getting better. They came out with the
Yeah,
O3 with OpenAI because of that China DeepSeek,
yeah,
which basically stole ChatGPT 4's code or like all their data or something.
yeah. I don't have any problems with that. My
Well,
problem is
because OpenAI already stole data from everyone else, so it's kind of like a gotcha.
oh,
Like,
yeah, no. My issue is with DeepSeek is that if you ask anything bad about China, it doesn't say.
yeah, just
Like
unspoken
it
and
gives you no
square.
response. Yeah,
Yeah.
things like that. Like it. I know. Like there are no ways of making AI that's not going to be kind of biased. Like I think the main reason I notice at least, but I'm not sure if it's just my personal bias,
Yeah.
but I noticed that a lot of the vulnerabilities you see with AI code are with older languages and frameworks because security like came a long way. So like more modern frameworks are more secure and like people don't post like obvious SQL injections on Stack Overflow for like modern frameworks.
Yes.
Could be that. It could be that it's harder to make a vulnerability with these because like they are secure by design instead of like concatenating queries with like plus sign.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know, and it could be just like I have that feeling because like I know
We've seen.
the older languages more, so like
Mm-hmm.
I notice it faster. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, like, if it's
It's
not
hard to say.
using reasoning, it's basically just taking the data it sees. And so, yeah, if
Hmm.
there's not a lot of security in those older programming languages, it's not going to give you secure.
Exactly,
It might,
and it's
if you,
taking yeah.
yeah, and if it has reasoning, sure, it might take the code and go like, oh no, you should definitely do this. But most people don't have that.
Yeah,
They have the free version, which I haven't used
yeah,
an
there's
old
that as well.
language, but like I'm pretty sure
But
it's
even the
just
paid versions,
garbage.
like
Yeah,
yeah, even the paid version, like it
yeah.
garbage in, garbage out, right?
Yeah,
You
because it can go in loops. It
teach
thinks
it
it's being
to
smart, but it's really not. It's just like
yeah,
psyching itself out.
yeah.
It's funny to me when
That's
people tell me like, oh my god, Chad's like conscious. Like I'm like, no. Do you even know what conscious means? And I'm like, it's literally just regurgitating information it finds.
yeah.
Like it's
I
it's
mean,
not thinking or
it
reasoning.
was yeah. One thing I've been loving like the past year, and I really want to keep doing this year, is that there's a there's this AI London meetup that
Okay.
we host at our offices every couple months,
Yeah.
and like I'm one of the people responsible for hosting community events. Like I go there, like I I open the pizza boxes and I make
Ooh,
sure
look
that
at
we have
you,
the right
pizza man.
pizza. I make sure we have proper vegan pizza as
No,
well. So guys
look
come to
at
our offices,
you.
we have vegan pizza.
Oh my god, it's
But
pizza time.
I get to I get to listen to the talks as well, and it's a lot of fun. It's super interesting because then you get to see behind the curtain a bit.
Dude, that'd be
It's
cool
like
if you did like an episode out there where you like interviewed some of the people. Get your little mic with welcome
it's
to.
it's so crazy because like it's hard working in technology. Like it's hard to yourself in someone else's shoes. Like think about a person that like doesn't understand computers at all. Like AI is magic.
It really is, right?
Is
Because
magic.
even when you start learning how it kind of works, it's like you're basically recreating all the complex parts of life. I'm gonna recreate how like genes and like making a living thing happen in mutations with the genetic programming algorithm, and then you got like neural matrices of how your brain works. And if you really look at that, like a simple one is fine, but with the ones that have all like 64 nodes and it's all connecting these lines, and you're like, what is that? I'm supposed to make that in like in the language, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah,
just do this, and you make it learn, and it learns over time, and it has
yeah,
rewards, and they're like, huh? It's like
yeah.
when
I'm
people
at a
when they play
point.
video games, they're like, why can't the game devs just add this? I'm like, yeah, it's not as simple as you think. There's
Yeah,
so much going on. It's magic.
yeah. No, like you're already playing an online game. Like it's already hard enough to make those.
It
Like,
really
and
is.
it's like, and it's current year. Like, can you imagine making like the original MMOs in the like late '90s? Like, networking wasn't like first of all dial up, but also
Oh
like
God, AOL. Somebody calls
networking
you, you
was
get dropped. happened to me too many times.
Was it the same in US? Like back in Brazil, it was free after midnight till like 6 a.m. I think, and on weekends. Otherwise, it was like ridiculously expensive. So
I don't
no one used the
even.
internet during the week.
I don't even know. I'll have to ask my parents if they got charged or not. I just remember it was like if anybody's on the phone or about to use the phone, get off the
Yeah,
internet because you're gonna get cut out.
yeah.
But we had it for a long time. I remember one time someone came over and was like, "Is that dial-up? Do I hear that?" And it's like, change that right now. Go get yourself a modem and like don't use that anymore." And I was like, "What?" Like,
What year was that?
ooh, I was old enough to kind of understand. Probably 2008 or
Oh yeah,
7.
no, yeah. 2008, I was already like torrenting PS2 game.
Yeah, I don't know though. Let's see. That's the Crash. That's a Modern Warfare 2. Yeah, well, actually, no, I'm saying 2005. 2005 was probably
Okay.
when the guy was like, "Yo, what are you doing? Get out of this dial-up." My mom, she didn't really know much, so she just was doing her best. She was behind. She was like keeping up, but like a little behind. Because I can see her like never getting dial-up and being like, I don't know what it
I mean,
does.
so my father works with IT, so like
Yeah,
we already had like when I was born, he had a phone, like a mobile phone.
yeah. My
So
mom was against the iPhones
like
too. She,
31 years ago.
yeah, she's like, no iPhone for everyone. But then my dad got one, and I used it, and I was like, yeah, this is good.
So crazy. Like speaking of the 90s, like one thing that's so interesting to watch, like it's hard to relate if you were born in the 2000s, but like watching 90s sitcoms and things like that, like a lot of the drama and like the comedy came from like you go out, like how do you let people know where you are? Like you don't have a phone. How
That's
do you
kind of
meet up?
crazy. Yeah, I didn't think about that,
Like
but it's
you,
like,
you get like you go to the subway, one person gets in, the other one doesn't. What do you do nowadays? Just get off next station, message them, and like meet
exactly.
up, right?
But yeah, but back then it was like we said we'll meet up here. I'm gonna meet them there.
Yeah.
And, oh no, I didn't know.
Like I remember, yeah, I remember being a kid, and my parents told me that, oh, if we get lost, like if we get lost, just stay where you are so we can find you. I mean, well, technically, your kids shouldn't have their own phones, by the way, but the kids have their own phones.
Personal announcement by Ricardo. No phones for your. Well, okay,
Yeah,
what's the age? When can they get the phone?
their own phones. I think like that. So it depends. So like smartphones, like teens probably.
Okay, I agree with that. Yeah, I think when they're younger than that, those Firefly phones, the ones that like
Yeah,
you
like
call your
being able
mom,
to
dad.
call them.
Yeah,
Yeah, if something then it makes it, and it, they're coming back for some reason. Like it's so crazy, and it's it's funny because it's like Gen Z, and like people say, oh yeah, we go out with our flip phones, and then we don't look at social media when we're out, and we just like enjoy our friends' company. Like yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
yeah, right. Or like we TikTok a band for a
Yeah,
day, and it's like,
yeah.
what do we do now? Just talk to each other, and they came back.
So you download the Words app, but that's a different conversation.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Uh, But yeah, I mean, going back to resolutions, one of my resolutions for this year is to use my phone less as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Like,
do that.
yeah,
I deleted
like we,
Instagram and Twitter, but then
yeah,
I re-downloaded them, like I always do. It's a freaking pattern. But like, cause I've been talking to someone new, so I was
yeah.
like, "Oh, you're on Instagram?"
And
I'm
just
like,
avoid, just avoid using it. Like,
"Yeah."
it,
I've been doing
it,
better
it came
though.
from a conversation we had actually. So I was out with my wife doing some shopping,
Yeah.
and I saw like someone had their kid on the cart, and the cart had a phone holder, and the kid had like a phone 24/7. Well, not 24/7, but like for the whole trip,
I
just
hope they
stuck
got
in the
smarter
face.
because of it.
Yeah, like quite the opposite. Right?
Yeah.
So
Programming. I give my kids like a phone and be like, "Here, just program. Just here's a game, Code Wars or something. Play as much as you want, please." At least they're learning something,
yeah,
and it's a game. Because they do have some of
but
those where it's
yeah,
like literally a game, but like the only way to get to the next level is to just like solve the programming problem.
but yeah. Then so like we saw that, and we had a conversation that we're not going to let our kids do that. But if we're gonna do that, we need to be able to also not do that.
True.
So
So
like, our phones.
see, I like that. See, you walked it the walk the talk, and then when you get the kids, they'll be like, oh, I'm gonna follow their example. You don't even have to tell them; they just do what you do.
Exactly. And like you're more present. Like it's important. Like
Yeah. There's also like a thing to it where like kind of like I wouldn't say brain rot completely, but your brain is like trying to reset and you're thinking still about the phone even when you put it down. And when you're constantly going back and forth on the phone, you're in that state all day. You're just not focused. You got so much fog.
And it's quite common. Like it's very easy to go from picking up your phone when you have a notification to picking up your phone and just scrolling through like Facebook or Instagram for a couple minutes for no reason.
For no
You
reason.
just pick up your phone. Like I'm walking, like waiting for the bus. Oh, okay.
That was
Look
fine.
at my phone.
Sometimes I try to read though. Like I have my Kindle app. I rather read and scroll.
Yeah, I don't like to read on my phone.
Really? I love it.
Yeah, I don't find it very comfortable. So I just.
That's true.
I mean, I read articles and stuff, but like reading a book.
Yeah, I like novels.
I prefer to read on my PC, to be honest.
I see how it is.
And that's the biggest thing. Like the main difference between your phone and like PC or video games, right?
Yeah.
Oh, like you have your PS4, or you have your PS5 or your whatever,
Yep,
right?
PS5.
Your apparently.
Yeah.
And when you turn it off and you go to bed, the PS5 is in the other room.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's unplugged and like by the TV or whatever, right? Your phone is right next to you. Like it goes to bed with you.
It does.
You can just pick it up and use it. It's like so easy to get into this loop of like instant gratification.
It's really bad because you have access to everything if you have the internet. Exactly. Anything you could ever imagine. And that's why people have a lot of like addictions and social isolation and
the whole thing of like those videos with like Minecraft going on the bottom and like the lecture on top is because like people are so overstimulated.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm seeing double now. I'm seeing like GTA, Minecraft, and then whatever they're trying to say. I'm like, you don't need two. And then the person reacting on top,
like double for real.
yeah. Like one game, another game, and the guy reacting to it, and then the actual thing. I'm like, I what? Stop it. But I did see I think we might have talked about this last time, the software where you just plug in whatever you want to learn and it creates.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That's actually pretty genius. I'm like, you know what? Instead of like hating on it, just join them. Use their tools to help them learn.
Yeah, I mean, it's something you can do. You're allowed to, I guess. But yeah. I mean, it's interesting because like one of the reasons I haven't played that much like video games outside of Guitar Hero this year is because I'm trying to like not be on my phone all the time and things like that, and trying to like just go out more. So like be in nature, go to the park. I added an extra gym day as well.
There we go, my man. It's new year, new me, Ricardo. Let's go.
I was going 3 times a week and then playing soccer on Thursdays. Now I'm playing. I'm still playing, but I'm going 4 times a week.
Look at that.
I started going to cycle. I'm cycling on Saturday morning.
Really? I've been starting to do some cycling too, called Cycle Bar. And then they put music, and it's just like a blast.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like it's hard, like it's super heavy. But like first there's music, and second there's someone shouting in front of you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fun. Stuff. Why not? Why?
But no, it's great. Like, it's so great, and like I'm trying to raise my weight as well, and all that. It's like it's addictive. Like being fit is addictive, and it's great.
It is. You feel so much better. Yeah. You feel stronger. Not in so much pain. Yeah. Or like you're more flexible. I like being flexible. I haven't really. That's the one thing. Like I've been struggling. I used to be super flexible. Well, okay. I used to not be. Then
I was never flexible.
Yeah. Then I would stretch a lot, do foam roller, and I got really flexible. And then I started working on my feet a lot, and it went out the window, man. It went. Whew. It's got even worse now. So it sucks because like I used to be able to touch my toes, now I can't. And I'm like,
Yeah, I was never.
I can't kick high enough. People like calling me out. So we're getting there. I'll get back to being more flexible. That's the goal. That'll be my New Year's resolution.
Yeah, be more flexible. Literally.
Literally in everything, not just me physically and in my life. Flexible.
Yeah. Yeah. There's I mean, outside of that, like I still have some like game related goals for this year because like I mean, there's always a couple of things you want to wrap up. I want to wrap up Red Dead Redemption and really. I'll probably just play Spider-Man 2. Well, Miles and then 2, right? That's the
Yeah,
actual
two is
order.
actually not as long as you think. You could probably get
Yeah.
that done in like a whole weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably buy it when it goes on sale
Yeah.
in like 6 months. I'm a PC gamer. I mean, apparently there was a recent survey, and one of the reasons a lot of games are not coming out on PCs that like 50% of players don't pay for, like, not only don't pay full price, they refuse to pay full price for the
Man,
game.
makes sense.
They're always on sale. Like, why
Why
would I
would you?
play like $60 when I can get it in 6 months for 30?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Exactly.
like
No, you're not a
why?
PC gamer. You're a Wii U gamer.
Yeah. It's like only
This year.
social games.
Yeah.
It's mainly for social games. I
Yeah.
installed it. I got both Assassin's Creed because like why
Yeah.
not? And like
Did you see the Switch 2 is coming out, or at least the teaser? Because the teaser of the
yeah,
trailer came out, but then the trailer's gonna come out later. Who knows when it's coming?
I'm not sure. Like yeah, it's interesting, but I don't like buying console.
Yeah.
Don't like the idea. I would just to be fair, I'll pay like twice as much for a graphics card. Like I'll get myself a 5080 for my birthday probably.
You're gonna get that Google Gemini CPU that can like learn and use quantum bits and get better. So you have a master PC that
I
can
don't think
just.
I won't be using it for very long. To be fair, I wasn't feeling the need to upgrade my PC till I got a new monitor.
Mm-hmm.
Because I went from 1080p 60 hertz to 4K 144 hertz,
Oh my
and
goodness.
then
Yeah,
like
back and forth.
I could run Red Dead Redemption 2 on Ultra before. I can't anymore.
That's depressing.
Not in 4K.
That's true. But hey, it's okay. Hey, that's one of the best like looking games. It's amazing. I feel
Yeah,
like
let's.
I feel like that's one of those games. Once you beat it, you're like, I've played the pinnacle of gaming. I think I can. I don't have to ever play again.
Yeah.
Like I feel like once you beat that game, you should like have no more list. Just be like, what do I want to play today, and then just play that. Because that's you've played all the masterpieces. I feel like, or at least you get
Yeah,
now.
I mean Elden Ring as well. Like, have you finished Elden Ring?
No,
Did you?
we know. You know, I won't.
I need to play the DLC as well.
I don't know. I'm excited for Expedition 33. It's like a JRPG but made in France, and it looks really good. It's got the voice actor from Baldur's Gate 3 for Shadowheart.
Yeah.
It's turn based, but it's like very well done turn based, where it's like more fluid than usual. It looks fun, looks different. It looks like one of those games I love playing, and like it doesn't need to take all
But
my
I
time.
like turn-based. Like I
Yeah.
really, I've been getting into like well, not really exactly turn-based RPGs, but like because I've been playing for the past 4 years, I've been playing Gloomhaven with some friends, right?
Okay.
The online version,
Yeah.
not the actual like board game, and it's quite nice. Like you get to talk and hang out, and you're basically just playing a board game, but it's online with your friends, and that's how I want to play Baldur's Gate 3, right? That's why I haven't bought it yet because it's not cross play
Hmm.
with PS5 and Switch. And two of my friends, one has a PS5 and one has a. It's on Switch, right?
I'm not sure. I don't really keep up
Or
with what's
probably
on
playing
Switch.
on
And
his
what's not.
PC. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a Switch. I don't intend on owning a
Yeah,
console.
it's okay.
But
It's good for Mario Kart. It's actually a really good social game, a
I mean,
console.
Switch is great if you're gonna play it as a portable as well. Like if you're taking it out, like if you're playing your Switch on a plane, and if you're doing that, then it makes sense. Outside of that, it's like quite weak.
Yeah, I don't really
And
play it that much.
I don't, and I don't like controllers. Like I like keyboard and mouse.
I
I,
agree.
I'm
I
I'm a
understand
weird
it.
gamer. I played Elden Ring. I played
Yeah,
like all the Dark Souls always keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, I
This is
understand.
like 12, 13, 14.
I'm a controller type of
17
guy.
button. It's a 17 button mouse, but it's a mouse.
Yeah, some people just have things they like and they don't want to change it. I get it. I understand.
Yeah, and like I can put like this is my D-pad. Like I have a D-pad here.
Yeah, why do you need
I
another?
can
That's
I can
insane.
change
Your
weapons.
mouse is next level, dude. What? You
It was
have?
so cool.
Do you
Like
even
to
need a
play
keyboard?
WoW. It was so good to play WoW. Like I had, to be fair, in WoW, like I had keybinds from 1 to 5, then all 12 side buttons, and then all 12 side buttons both with Alt and Control.
You're
That
a
was
legend, Ricardo.
peak WoW PvP.
Don't
It
make
was
WoW.
fun. It
Don't
was
make
actually
WoW.
fun.
Can't believe you brought it
It's
up.
great to play The Witcher as well. Like I said, like small things. Like it was great for Hogwarts Legacy as well.
Oh, they came out with the
Like
PC modding.
I just it's literally on my screen right now this week. Hogwarts Legacy free PC
You're
modding update available
lying.
now. Like I have my Steam library on
Yeah,
the right,
that's funny.
and
Look at
that's
that.
one of my Steam games that's just
Dude, that's
there.
cool. I'm actually excited for that because I feel like that game is like, they got the castle pretty well. Like it's like
Yeah.
90% perfect. There are some parts where I'm like, there's something the older games just did better. The magic system is awesome. The
Yeah.
characters are cool.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
there's something missing that I'm like, I think mods could help fix that. Actually, I
Yeah.
kind of want to play it again. I don't know. I go back and forth with that game. Like I jump in and I'm like, I want to play it, and then I jump in and I'm like, oh.
I wouldn't play it. I'm not like a play a game again kind of guy.
Yeah, well, I haven't really beat it yet.
Pro-
Like I realized I have like 2 or 3 like quests to do and level up to like a certain level, and then I can
Mhm.
fully beat the game. But I did like the final boss.
Yeah, like for instance, well, to be fair, I replayed Spider-Man, right? PS4.
Yeah, but it was a long time,
PC
right?
version. And it was quite. So if you just rush it, it's not that long. It's like a
Yeah.
week. It's like I just needed to finish it on New Game Plus and do the and finish it with the at the highest difficulty to just platinum it. So I just like went for it because I love the game.
Yeah.
Was quite great actually because was the last game I played before I got into Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm. It's consumed your life.
I played Dark Souls non-stop till like June.
Yeah.
I played Spider-Man in January.
Okay. I mean, hey, dude, they're really good games. They're really addictive.
Yeah.
They're really challenging, and you feel like you're actually like getting really good with your hands and
Yeah.
dexterity and all that.
And patience, like that's
Mhm.
something that I used to lack when playing video games. To be fair, like I liked faster builds because I like to rush things. So being able to go slow and like all of that was quite interesting. I was playing Tekken this week, and I remembered when I used to play it on PS2, Tekken 4, I want to say.
Okay.
One of the ones for PS2, the one that had the Jin game, where it was just like a brawler, where you were playing Jin.
Yeah, I never played the Tekken games.
And so I had a phase where I used to like be really good at Tekken. I had a friend who was really good. Like I learned the moves, like actually like block high, block low, and things like
Nice.
that.
Okay.
And yeah, it was like a 6-month period where I did that. It's quite
You're just a
interesting.
beast. Nobody could stop you.
Yeah, and like I played slower characters. Like when you're playing that way instead of playing fast, if you're blocking everything and just getting a couple punches out, better if you're a slower character because they tend to hit, have stronger hits, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, there was that, and it was quite fun as well because when I played Dark Souls 1, I played a very Dark Souls build with like a sword like 2 times as big as it should be, with the Zweihander.
Yeah. How do you hold that? It just
You
doesn't.
don't.
You don't exactly. You just use magic or you
Like,
just
you
throw it.
literally just like throw yourself with the sword. It's great. I love it, and it's very much it feels like you're playing Dark Souls. I don't know why, but for me, like the game feels like the game itself when you're playing with a slow character. Like dexterity builds are super fun. Like I played a bleed build in Elden Ring. Awesome. Like I got the Bloodfang sword that you get from the quest where you go to save the Bloodfang Knight.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
just get like this crazy sword that has a special where you just like launch yourself up and then jump back. And it's great because like it gives you a very good way to reposition and deal damage. So it was quite fun, but like was very repetitive. And with the two-hander, it's still super repetitive, but like you're getting one hit in, you have to dodge, then you little poke, dodge, little poke.
You mastered it.
It's quite interesting.
Mhm.
It's a lot of fun. But I also like playing as a mage in Dark Souls 2 was very different. It like felt like a completely different game. To be fair, part of it is because it's Dark Souls 2. It is a different game. Dark Souls 2 feels very different.
I bet it does.
But
But
very
yeah,
different from 1 and 3 and Bloodborne and everything like that. I don't know.
Bloodborne
It's, like
apparently
they
is really
added
good.
some different mechanics. Like one that is quite weird is that they added a mechanic where like if you kill the same enemies multiple times and like rest, they just stop respawning after a certain number of times.
Okay.
So you don't farm them. But there's a way to disable
They
that.
always got tricks
So
like that.
like but like you can just disable it. Like you join action, how are they called? Factions or
For Dark Souls?
yeah, like they have a specific name for those, but like you
Hot
join one of
actions?
them and then
Okay.
they're just it re-enables the respawn. Like, I'm not sure why they did that. Then it makes the game significantly easier because you can't technically just kill an enemy like 6 times,
Yeah.
rest, then kill the next one 6 times and rest in between. It's like the whole point of everything respawning that you're forced to learn every section fully. It's almost like playing an arcade game. Like you have to do this consistently. Then you get to the next like checkpoint, and then you keep going, right?
Yeah.
So you're
You
never
can't really
safe.
skip. You gotta do
Yeah,
it step by step.
exactly. So yeah, there's
Okay.
that. I don't know. I need to get back into Red Dead, but like
Please.
I need that.
Please.
It's
Where even are
hard to
you?
find it.
Are you chapter 1, 2, 3?
So where am I? Let's see. What did I do? It's at the very beginning when your ex calls you. Well, calls you.
Yeah.
Sends
Hey,
you a
hello, how
letter.
you doing? This is there's no phones yet, but I'm using the power of magic.
Well, technically there were phones.
Actually, yeah, there's like the old,
Yeah.
like the what is it called?
Yeah, so
The beginning of
yeah,
phones.
your ex like finds you and stuff at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Just shows up
She
and like
sends you a
you help her
letter or
brother.
something. Yep.
Yeah, you help her brother get out of the cult.
Oh yeah, so
That's
you're
I think
like,
the last mission I did.
yeah, you're
But
like
yeah,
really,
I
really
played
early.
it. I can check. Like let me see how many hours I have.
You were so early. It's crazy, bro.
Does it show up in Epic Games? Does Epic Games tell you how many hours you have in a game?
You know, I don't
It
really
should,
use it that
right?
much, but I don't think it's like Steam. They're always like one step behind. They'll probably add
Like
in like 2
Steam
years.
Steam has had it for like years. Like 23 hours. I mean, to be fair, and with Dark Souls, a lot of it is just me leaving the game on. Something
Yeah. Dude, Space
like
Marines too. I have 300
yeah.
hours, 300 something hours.
Yeah, and some of it was also me trying to like configure the game properly
That's true.
because like I started playing the game and default the same day I got my 4K monitor. Like I installed it. It's like, what did I play before? What did I finish this now?
You playing Horizon, weren't you?
I played Horizon,
Yeah.
but that was like September, August. What did I play after that? So I played the two South Park games. I played Zelda. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
finished Tears of the Kingdom.
Cool.
Finished that game, and then like I finished that on my 4K monitor.
Nice.
Like the day I was going to face Ganon, I turned it off.
Yeah.
In the morning, I got my new monitor, so I finished the game, and then I was like, okay, what do I play now? Red Dead Redemption, like with this
Yeah, it's
monitor.
obvious.
So like it was like 2 or 3 hours to find the right like
configuration and controls.
configuration to play. Well, the controls were okay. Like I'm keeping the default. It works really well on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
I tried to play it on first person, but it doesn't play well in first person. I think GTA 5 played well in first person. Like I played the whole game in first person. Driving was a bit awkward, but
Yeah,
I
in
think
GTA
it
5.
would be it would work better if it was VR. It's like when you're driving, you're not gonna look to the left with your mouse to check your mirrors. You just kind
Yeah.
of do this, right? You swivel around when you're driving,
Mm-hmm.
look behind and stuff,
Yeah.
and like you have a bigger field of view because like on PC or like when you're playing video games outside of VR, like your field of view is this, right?
That makes sense.
In real life, like you see all the way up here, right?
You see a lot.
Like you see a
Things
lot
you
of
don't
corners
really
of your eye.
see. Like, something seen.
But you pay attention. Like if there's a deer coming, you see it when it gets like here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you
Yeah.
can see there's something there. Then you look, then you realize it's like kid like playing.
That does
with the
throw
ball.
me off when I'm in VR, and I'm like, I should be able to see a little bit more to my left or right, but I can't.
Mhm.
And I don't like that a lot.
How
It
about you,
throws me
VR
off.
enough
I feel
for that?
trapped. I'm like, ugh.
Really?
That's why I like mixed reality sometimes, because like I still
Yeah.
feel like I get the full range of seeing.
Yeah,
But
yeah. That's one thing. There's a video from the game theorist from like when the Switch came out. When did the Switch come out? Like 2015? No,
that sounds about right.
2019, 18.
Was it that much later? When
No,
was I
so
playing Mario Kart?
Breath of the Wild came out for
Let me just look this up.
Wii U and Switch, and I got my Wii U in 2015, and I waited a year. I think it was 2018. Yeah.
Release date. It came out 2017.
17. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So around that time, because like Nintendo had some patents on like some weird things to do with the Switch.
Yeah.
Apparently, those came out. Like I saw one for sale, like literally today. Like a VR headset for the Switch. That is an actual thing.
I didn't even know.
Like, is
I didn't.
that official,
I
or is that like something third party?
I feel like it's like an extra thing. Like it wasn't meant to happen, but somebody made it for them. Because it's like a
Because
lot
it
of games
helps.
where they're not VR, but they somehow mod it so it's VR, and then yeah, sure
Yeah.
it works, but like it wasn't supported.
It's like those like VR with your phone headsets. Like,
Oh my gosh, yeah, with the Google Cardboard.
I think it's the same thing.
Maybe, yeah.
You put a Switch instead of a phone, and it's kind of the same idea. But they had a patent to do that, but it wasn't VR. Was literally a screen, right? Which is the Switch, right? It's the big screen with a camera in front. So when you put it on, you can still see on the other side.
Okay, that's
So
pretty cool.
like the theory in the video, because
Yeah.
the game theory is that Nintendo was investing in AR, not in VR.
Which I think was a smart move.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if they actually did it.
They did have something where you can like attach your controllers to your legs and knees and hands, and had some like interesting. It was an interesting
Play Just
game
Dance.
concept, but I don't think it sold well. I think they actually failed so bad that people forgot about it.
What I really need to do is get a cheap like Xbox One and get myself all the Just Dance games.
They're
Still, they're
really
great.
in this like
party games.
dancing mood, this music mood.
Yeah, music games are great because like
They
it's
really are.
easy to play with like family and friends and stuff. Like
Yeah.
we're having some people over on Friday now. And, like just like gave the guy a mic.
See, it's gonna
Picked
be
up
fun.
the
And
drum.
yeah, he says play just.
And we were just playing the Beatles. Like
Oh, that's so
the Beatles
cool.
rock
I like
band.
the
We
Beatles
played,
rock
like,
band. Yeah.
10 Beatles songs. Such a
Mhm.
good game. And like because my right cymbal wasn't working,
Yeah.
you can still play rock band drums because I still had four
Perfect.
pads.
So it all worked out.
that worked. It literally works natively as well. Like the left cymbal is the second button still,
Yeah.
and for some reason the right cymbal is coded as the fifth button for the rock band. Because it could be the fourth as well, because it's one for Guitar Hero is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
My 4 doesn't work, but it works for Rock Band for some reason. I don't.
That's weird how that works. Okay, hey, it works.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, but my main issue with that is that I really want to play the songs in Guitar Hero World Tour. I did try to play a few on lower difficulties because I assumed there would be less of the right symbol, and that's true for a few songs,
Okay.
but not all of them. Like it feels so wrong when you're. It's not that you're missing the note; it's that you don't have access to that note.
That's a weird feeling. You're like, look, I want to press it, I want to hit it, but
Yeah.
can't. And it's not because of me.
But
Just don't have access.
But it's great. Like in terms of game design, I think it's very good at teaching yourself drums because, like, think about it. Like when you're playing on Expert, especially Expert Plus or with Rock Band Pro drums, you're literally playing drums for that song. As you have lower difficulties, you can like have something that feels like playing the drums, but isn't as hard. You can get used to it slowly instead of having to like just do exercises or like play songs you might not like, right? So yeah, my goal is to get all Rock Bands and Guitar Heroes working on my Wii.
Okay.
And I was gonna get like some music games. I'll probably still get like a few Just Dance and.
No, you definitely should.
I want to get
That's a good idea.
the Michael Jackson game is quite interesting as well.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson experience, and it's interesting because like Wii games are very cheap, like most of them.
Yeah, it should be like $10 now. $10 to $15.
No, not even close.
Oh,
Like
even cheaper?
I paid $150 for the Beatles Rock Band.
Yeah, actually, that makes more sense. $150. Wow.
Yeah.
See, why do we even buy games when they come out? Let's just wait like 10 years. And
Yeah,
then,
like
the dollar.
wait. Yeah, it's not even 10 years. It's 15. Wait 15 years, and then
What?
you can have the same experience.
It's been that long.
Yeah, I mean, what like the last official Guitar Hero game outside of Guitar Hero Live that literally doesn't count. It has a different controller.
Yeah.
Came out in 2010. I think Warriors of Rock came out in
yeah,
2010.
that's
And to be
15 years.
fair, that's literally the best Guitar Hero game.
The-
But it was the market was so oversaturated that it didn't sell well.
yeah.
To be fair, like Rock Band kept going. Like they were still releasing DLC for Rock Band 4 till like a festival basically.
Okay. I mean, I think it's
Now festival is Rock Band 4. It's
Yeah.
literally the same engine.
I feel
You
like
just
they can
ported
make
it
a lot
over.
of money now. Like have like a lot of songs, have some free songs that
Yeah.
come out each month, but then have like your microtransactions, which we don't like. But I feel like it fit this economy of the games right now.
Yeah,
'Cause that's what Fortnite did for a
mean,
while. You could buy songs to play in the Fortnite tour thing.
Yeah, I don't know
Which they're making a lot of money.
how
It's
it works
crazy.
now. It's like you can't just buy all the songs, right? Some of them are only like limited availability, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying. That's the part I don't like.
I agree.
But to be fair, what I actually miss from the old games, having a campaign, like that's
They were great,
why
too.
I'm looking forward to my symbol arriving hopefully tomorrow, is that I get to experience the game like career mode on a lower difficulty and get used to that and like play it a couple times. But to be fair, I'll just play it on hard and then go to expert because like, I can kind of play the drums, kind of.
I could never do it on
Uh,
expert. I could do it on medium and maybe some of them are hard. But
I mean, I
It's
can
not
get
good.
90% on a lot of songs in
Wow,
rock
on the
on
drums?
expert on Rock Band
with the drums?
on the Beatles Rock Band. Yeah. Even now, like I've been playing like since
I'm impressed.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
I mean, I was a musician. Like I actually had a band.
Yeah, actually, if you were bad, I would be disappointed, and I'd be like, "No, Ricardo, you let me down."
but it
You
is
use
my
it for a
worst
living.
instrument.
Yeah.
Like I don't have drums here. I have a guitar and a bass.
Yeah. He's not a
But
drummer.
now, technically, as soon as I get myself a MIDI cable, I can actually play the drums at home, like just freestyle.
It's exciting. I can't wait to hear what you come up
That's
with.
the next step. I get to record my own stuff, and I have a
That's
song I've been wanting to record for like a few years.
Oh, that's the
Has
time
no
is right.
lyrics,
That's
so
cool.
yeah, I might do that.
Sweet.
But yeah, no, I think it's a great experience, like experiencing the career, and that's something you don't have in Fortnite. I know that's what like the fandom became. It's basically just people playing Clone Hero, like insane, like ridiculous songs
Mm-hmm.
that are on like 200% speed and things like that. But the reason I like the games is because first it introduced me to a lot of like bands I didn't know. I still have like things like All That Remains and Prototype in my playlist today. I listen to a lot of Dragon Force because of Guitar Hero, and
See,
yeah,
I
like
love it. They bring out some songs you've never heard of, and you get to experience
yeah,
them, and yeah, add new music to your
exactly.
playlist.
And even like songs I don't listen to on a regular basis, like I still like most of the songs, especially on the original games, like till the World Tour for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't played Guitar Hero 5. World Tour was the last one I played, to be honest. Of course, the
I
next
didn't
one's
even know they had a five
Metallica.
one.
Yeah, so Guitar Hero 5 is a lot of pop. It has like gorillas. It's fun, but it's like it's
Wow.
it it,
Actually, I
it went
kind of want to look
it
that
went
up.
all in the we're a party game now.
Hero
Uh,
5. When did
and
that come
then
out? Oh,
Warriors of Rock.
2009. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, I think 2009 had like 8 Guitar Hero games come out, something ridiculous like that.
That's crazy. That's
Um,
ridiculous, man.
but Rock Band was like steady because they have one, two, three, four Beatles and Green Day, right? That those are the only ones.
Oh, they had Green Day? I don't remember
They
that.
had Green Day. Green Day is quite boring because Green Day is not like known for complex guitars,
There really, yeah, really isn't.
but
That's
it's meant
weird.
to be
Green
played
Day
as
out
a
of all,
band.
they chose Beatles and then Green Day? I feel like they could.
Yeah,
What? They could
like
like
the Beatles
AC/DC.
rock band has been. They had ACDC no, as a song. I'm not sure if that's an official song back or a custom song back, but I saw it online. Um, but I mean, Guitar Hero got a lot of good bands because they did Aerosmith, Metallica, and Van Halen. Like if we're gonna do like, to be fair, I wouldn't do Aerosmith, but I would 100% do Metallica and Van Halen.
Yeah.
Uh, there's a pack that's basically all Megadeth songs as well. Megadeth is great to play. The pack, like the charts, are not ideal. I'm not a big fan of those. But I think like there's a lot of potential, but they oversaturated the market. Like if they did that, if they release all those games and instead of it doing it in, I think it was 3 years. I think Guitar Hero One. When did it come out? It came out in 2005.
Wow, dude,
Guitar
guitar.
Hero 2
Yeah.
came out in '06. Guitar Hero 3 came out in 2007. Guitar Hero 4 came out in 2008. And Guitar Hero 5 came out in 2009. All of them in September. The issue is between 3 and 4, there was one game. Between 4 and 5, there were like three games because they did World Tour, then they did Metallica. No, they did Smash Hits,
Okay.
which was like greatest hits. Only reason to buy that is if you want to play with the whole band, because then the games that only had guitar now have the songs in this game with the whole band and master recordings instead of that weird cover that they had. Um, then they did Metallica, Van Halen, then Five, and then they did Warriors of Rock. Warriors of Rock was like Hail Mary. Let's just like we're 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 making this game. Let's just release it, and it's amazing. Like it has one of the best set lists. It has a lot of like songs that were made for the game that are super cool. Like they paired up with Megadeth to do some of those. Um, yeah, I'll send you a video later on. It's
Yeah,
like the
please.
history of Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Like then they did Guitar Hero Live. Do you remember when they announced that? It was
Guitar Hero Live?
2015, I think. Yeah,
No. But I think
they
early
changed the
guitar,
controller.
early 2015, I wasn't really playing games that much, so I don't think
Mhm.
I really thought, because I used to watch all the Game 4 or Gamefly. It was one of the shows on, I think, MTV, or what was it called? Spike TV. It was some kind of show that was on there, and then I used to follow up with all the GameStop magazines. So I was like always like, I know what's coming out, but then I completely stopped, and I think that might have been when this game came out.
In between, they also released DJ Hero. Do you remember DJ
okay,
Hero?
I do remember that. That was crazy. Wait, so which Guitar Hero came out in 2015?
One.
Oh, Guitar Hero 1, like a new version,
Like the original, yeah. Literally the original. The issue with Guitar Hero 1 is that the engine is a bit bad. Like, the timings are off.
It came out 2015 or 2005?
2005.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, 2015 was Guitar Hero Live. Which
Okay.
was advertised as Guitar Hero, but it's a live service game.
Oh. Oh, what?
You could like pay a monthly fee and just log into this like lobby that was just like a radio playing video clips.
Yeah.
It was basically MTV, but you got into the song and you played guitar.
What the heck?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
I was following it when it came out. I actually got to play it. It's so weird because like it's a different controller. Why did they change the control? They added an extra button.
I'm so confused, man. So,
Yes.
like, did it do good? It looks like it got 9 out of 10,
No, it's like
8 out of 10,
complete
6 out of 10.
record. Yeah, Guitar Hero Live. Who gave it?
Polygon gave it a 9 out of 10. IGN gave it a 7.9 out of 10.
3.9 in Amazon. I mean, the issue is like timing and like people didn't want to buy a new controller. Like people who wanted to play Guitar Hero in 2015 wanted to grab their old plastic guitars and just play it. Like, how do you sell? Like it had to be like ridiculously good to actually be worth buying a new controller.
Yeah.
Like people had their like big fans of the series had the Guitar Hero 1 guitar, probably Guitar Hero 2 and 3 guitar because like it came with the bundled with the game. They probably had the instruments for World Tour and like the new versions. Probably had a second bass pedal for Expert Plus, and then now you need to buy a new controller.
Right. Also, apparently they had a lawsuit because they
Yeah,
shut down
really?
their servers, I guess, too soon.
Yeah.
And
That
they didn't
that's
give people like
complicated.
notice because basically once they shut it down, it was like not enough notice for people, and they were like, "What do
And
you
that was
mean you can't play
and
the
that was most of
songs?"
the game as well. Like the issue is like the game has very few songs,
Hmm.
but you had the live service, so you would like play the songs, get used to it, and then go to the live service. And the idea was literally a party game. You go into the song and you play it, right?
Yeah.
I really like the idea that they had for career mode. Like the way it works in regular Guitar Hero is that like you're just in a band, you boot up a song or go into like a song career mode.
Yeah.
You're already on stage. They are 3D models, which is quite funny to watch when you look at the older games because they're very bad. But very iconic, to be fair. I really miss my singer from Guitar Hero 3 because that's the last game he got to sing with us. 'Cause then in Guitar Hero World Tour, you just get a random singer because you could be the singer. So like it would just throw a random character in there. It could, if when you weren't singing, it could at least throw the original singer. Like
Yeah, that
I
would be
love
so
that guy.
cool.
I love that guy. You could technically make him in the like custom character builder technically, but yeah. So the way it works in Guitar Hero Live is you go into like you want to play a song in like regular mode, like outside of live mode. You would start in the backstage, and you're like first person walking walking into stage,
That's
like
pretty cool.
talking
I like
to.
that.
So it was quite interesting because you like talk to your band and then you get back in and they recorded two versions of the crowd, one loving you and one hating you, and would switch in between if you're doing well
Yeah, it's
or
pretty
if you're
good, man.
not doing well. So like you, and the same for your band. So like you would look at the bass player and he would like be shouting at you, telling you to play better or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the idea was great, but the only issue I have with that game is that stupid six fret guitar, and like it's not just like an extra button to the right. they changed the layout, right? Instead of being 5 buttons, it's 3 buttons on top and 3 buttons on the bottom. Like the
Why?
interface looks different. So like top is black and bottom is white, or vice versa.
That's really
So like,
weird.
yeah, I understand the idea is that you can have actual kind of chords because you're like moving your fingers in different positions. The issue is how do you? The issue is relearning how to play the game. 'Cause, like people who actually stuck with Guitar Hero from '05 to 2015 don't want to relearn how to play the game.
Yeah.
One thing is adding an instrument, like with Rock Band, they added keyboards,
Yeah,
right?
it's
And
really
you have
cool.
pro keys
Yeah.
where you actually play the real keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing. The
I
other
think to
is telling you
remake.
to play guitar with a different controller. Like, and at the same time, it came out just after Rocksmith. And Rocksmith is literally you plug in a real guitar, and it just teaches you how to play the actual song.
Oh yeah, this is by
So just,
Ubisoft.
so just do that. Like, if I'm gonna relearn how to play the game, I'll just get a real guitar and learn to play a real guitar.
That's kind of wild. Did it do well? Because I feel like,
Rocksmith?
yeah, I feel like people learn.
It, it's interesting, but I think the main issue with that is that you have to be in tune. I'm not sure how much of a leeway you have there, and like no one actually plays the guitar list. Well, some people do, but you're not reading the sheet as you play most of the time. It's not violin. So yeah, you have the app kind of coming through, right? And I mean, it's interesting. Like I think it does work, but I prefer the thing I got myself, which is
So
I got this amp.
apparently,
It's just an app that has all like effects and stuff. And it has like a whole community, so I could search for, I don't know, any guitar player and get like a sample of like the effects they use and be able to switch on the fly with
yeah,
my guitar. It's a lot of fun, and like you could use it live. The newer version is a little bit better because it switches faster from one preset to the other, and it's louder. But this one's super loud. I didn't need it to be this loud, to be honest. I could have gotten the cheaper version. It's like I'm usually at like 5% volume. I could get
yeah.
the cheaper
If you
version.
go louder though, and everybody will hear you.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
who's that
it's
guy?
loud enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice because you can also, so it connects to YouTube on the app. So you set up the effects you want, and then you connect to YouTube, and it kind of it at least gives you the key of each section,
Yeah.
so you know when to switch chords and stuff. It's quite nice. It's good to first play along because it's actually playing the song with you.
Yeah.
And if you can find a version without the guitar in the back, then it's perfect because then you are the guitar. So it's great. I think it's a little bit better, but you have to actually know the song. So there's that.
Yeah, it's a little important to know what you're actually
Yeah.
playing. But yeah, that sounds amazing. I didn't know you were into the Guitar Hero and Rock Band like this. I feel like you
Oh
just
yeah, no,
spilled the beans
a
on the lore
lot.
of
Like,
all this, and that Rocksmith game, which you apparently the new like the all the licenses expired. So that game now, if you buy it, like you can't play any of the songs.
oh really?
That's pretty bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's an issue they had with the Guitar Hero games. So
Yeah.
they that's one of the reasons they had to remove the DLC and stuff.
Hmm.
It's like they licensed the songs for the time. That's one of the reasons they were doing covers as well, because then they got the licenses for super cheap, just so they could add covers to the game.
Hmm.
Uh, there's a funny story as well. Like there's an Aerosmith song that they recorded a cover for Guitar Hero 3.
Yeah.
The cover was so bad, and the guys from Aerosmith listened to it and just re-recorded the song and gave them the master recording because the cover was too bad.
That's pretty funny. So they're basically like, look, you know what? Here it is,
Yeah,
a different recording. You can use that as much as you want.
yeah. And that's probably because like the next Guitar Hero game that came out was Guitar Hero Aerosmith, so
Yeah.
they were either already talking, that's why they got to listen to it, or that kind of started the conversation that became the game.
That is pretty funny. It's like, you know what? We like doing this. You're bad at this. We'll make all your music, make a whole game for us, and that's the way you
Yeah.
can pay us back. So
Quite interesting because like even for bands you don't like as much, like I'm not a big fan of the Beatles, but like
I like two
the
or three of their
Beatles rock band
songs.
is super fun.
It is, and it's really trippy, and I love the art style and everything they do
Yeah.
with that. It's good,
Yeah.
good
To be
work.
fair, like we were playing I Am the Walrus, and
Yeah,
like my friend was singing, and like have you read the lyrics to that?
I actually have not. Which one was it? The
Oh,
Wars.
yeah, it's not supposed to be read. I am the walrus. I think it's I am the walrus. Yeah, I am the walrus. It's well, clearly a lot of
I am
drug.
the Wars. That's crazy.
It's so insane. Like it's just as part of the lyrics is literally just random walrus noises.
I
And
am he
but
and
yeah,
you are he, sitting on the cornflake waiting for the van. I am the Eggman. They are the. What the heck?
I mean
Ralph, Fishwife.
it's the
You
drug-filled
cannot.
phase of the Beatles for sure.
What are they talking about? I'm gonna listen to this after this.
I mean, it's super fun to play on the drums. I have to say.
Yeah. Interesting. Music making is wild to me. It's always fascinating what the people come up with and how they can go from we have nothing to now there's this amazing song that everybody listens to day in and day
We
out.
have nothing to I am a walrus, but yeah.
We could make it happen. Maybe a game. I am the Walrus, and we basically make the game exactly what's happening in the lyrics. What could go wrong?
Yeah, true. But yeah, no, I'm very invested in rhythm games. I don't know. It's just like I was, I think at the right place at the right time, right? I had a PS2 and liked metal when Guitar Hero came out. Basically, that's what happened. I sent you a spreadsheet. I've been trying to, well, not complete because like some things are way outside of anything I want to be achieving.
Okay, I'll
But
look at it once I stop the
yeah, the
recording.
things in green are the achievements I have.
Okay.
And my idea, I'm trying to get to level 30 now,
Okay.
like Guitar Hero level 30,
Sweet.
which is super hard. Like, well, I can if I really try, I can get 6 stars in Fury of the Storm, and like
I believe you. You could definitely do it. In
if I
fact, we should
play,
challenge.
if I try hard for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I want to get better at strumming, so I really want to get finish level 28, which is the way it ends. But like my it gets to a point where my wrist just hurts because there's like a lot of strumming. Um, it's the second hardest song in Guitar Hero 3, right? It's not hard to pass or anything like that, but it's consistent strumming for like 5 minutes. And it's not just like up down up down up down up down, right? There are pauses and stuff, so it's a lot of da-da-da.
That must have taken a while to master. Cause
Yeah, it's so good. Like, it's so good.
Nice.
But the other two in that and like level 30, I cannot complete a single one. I'm surprised I got like got Jordan 6 stars first try. It's just crazy. Like it's to be fair, like I could always pass it on Guitar Hero 2, and it's supposed to be the hardest song in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So like I played it a lot, right? I think that's the reason. Like I would get it consistently.
Okay.
Like 15 years ago, so just like knew how to do it.
Yeah.
Like I'm like one level from being able to take starring through the Fire and Flames, and that like yeah, that I want to get there.
You will. I believe
It's
you.
fun. Like, it's
Your
crazy.
goal,
Like,
your New Year resolution. If you don't
yeah,
achieve that,
I
you'll
mean,
be upset.
yeah. I mean, if I can, like level 40 is like streamers, like that's like that sort of level.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to stream, but like it's fun to think that like there's so much after. Like it goes all the way to level 110.
Wow. Oh my
But
god.
well, I mean, it's like stupid achievements. It's
Yeah.
100%ing like songs that were made as jokes, like, joke songs that are like hard for the sake of being hard.
So, what do you think we
Just a
should?
bunch of noise.
Right. What do you think we should challenge the listeners to do? Play Guitar Hero on the next.
Make a rhythm game.
Ooh.
I mean, That's actually quite interesting. Like that's a genre that like has a niche following. I mean, the reason Guitar Hero was successful was a little bit of a right place, right time thing as well. Like a lot of like the early really mid 2000s culture like
Yeah.
was very especially like gaming culture was a lot closer to like rock and roll and metal and stuff, right? I feel like nowadays people who are playing video games aren't necessarily fans of rock and metal, but it was the case like back in the day. Like
Hmm.
you could like if you went to a gaming convention, no one was listening to like Eminem.
No. Well, now they are. Actually, I probably was the only one. I liked Eminem growing up. They put him in Black Ops
Uh,
1, and the rest is history.
but yeah, I mean, but it worked as well because it's like it's a genre that used to be niche, but it was niche because it was like rhythm games were like they weren't trying to simulate a real instrument or a real action. They were just like games that kind of happened on a cadence, right? Even like games from around the same time, like you have the Donkey Kong drum game. What's the name? Like
Oh,
Jungle Beat.
Jungle Beat. What was it
Tropical Beat?
on?
No, it's Jungle Beat. It was on the GameCube, I think, or Wii.
Donkey Kong. Was that
I think it's
1064?
Jungle Beat. No,
Says it was
wasn't
on
N64. It was
the
GameCube or Wii?
GameCube.
GameCube.
Yeah.
Jungle Beat. Yeah, it's like it's interesting because it's like it's a game that you just get in the groove and feel it. And even when it's not explicitly a rhythm game, I think it can be quite interesting. Like games you play on like a rhythm.
Hmm. Okay.
But we should do
Sounds
a game jam this year as well. I think that's our resolution to be like get a game jam going.
like, you mean for the podcast, as in like we host the game jam, or should we just do like our own one?
Host host a game jam.
Oh, okay. Um, maybe we could, or we just ask the GameTeaTime if we want to help them host it,
Yeah,
because at least they have everything built for us.
but yeah, implement a mechanic that has to do with sound. I think that would be a better way to describe it because then you can be a bit more creative. And again, forward does the game, we'll play it.
We'll play it eventually. We are planning to play one of the games we got sent. We're back in the groove. We're in the new year, new resolutions. Probably next month. Oh, it is already February. This month, we're gonna get into it. Waiting for Bryant. We'll
Yeah,
hit him up and see when he's ready. But yeah, that should
yeah, I
be
think
yeah,
that's
the
great.
next. Well, let's
Yeah,
let's schedule that. Let's make sure that happens this month.
yeah.
We'll make so
Let's
yeah.
play that. Play that.
So we'll do that. Send your games. Make the rhythm game or like the mechanic or something small. Don't get crazy. Easy wins.
Yeah,
Don't make WoW.
yeah.
Make sure it's
Make
safe.
one mechanic. Like
Yeah.
when I made when I wanted to make a game that used light, I didn't try to make a whole game. Like I was trying to implement a mechanic that used shadows to like project, like basically project 3D object. Well, it ended up being the other way around. It was very hard because I needed to get like coding shader levels. What I actually got to do, and it worked really well, it was quite fun, is that you had objects in the game, so it was a puzzle game that interacted with light.
Yeah.
So they would usually, uh, you could have it both ways, but they would either be invisible. Well, they would basically phase out when you had light on them, or when you didn't have light on them. But you would use light to solve puzzles, like add objects or remove objects from the screen, so you could like remove a rock or whatever that was on your way and things like that. So like I found it. By the way, I have my game, my Unity project. I found it. It's in my
Ooh.
OneDrive.
Yeah, you gotta share that. And we gotta ask Brian for his project
Yeah.
Snowball. He's been loving that idea for years.
Well, we could play around with that. I think
Yeah.
that's a nice idea as well. 'Cause, like, probably if I read the code, it's like go back, but it's there.
That's
Like,
fine. It's there. We can make it better. Yeah, I'm down. You know what? We should make that a New Year's resolution for the podcast. Do like more fun, creative
called
things.
magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Magic.sln solution 5.
Nice. Cool. Well, yeah. So that's the challenge. And thanks, guys, for listening. And we'll see you guys next time.